I am Pam Shimoleski, and you aren't from Minnesota, so my talk is very similar to Shelby's, although it's probably not as entertaining. I am the Fetal Alcohol Program Coordinator for Central Minnesota. You've heard of MoFast before, and for those of you who have not heard of MoFast, I just want to go in just a little briefly about what we do. I actually work for ARC Mid-State, who contracts my services to the Minnesota Organization on Fetal Alcohol Syndrome, or MoFast for short. MoFast is a nonprofit organization that works collaboratively with many other agencies and organizations. We provide comprehensive and customized training and education on fetal alcohol spectrum disorders to a wide variety of audiences throughout Minnesota. We promote public awareness that FASD is 100% preventable, and MoFast supports individuals and families affected by FASD by providing resources, education, and support. Our mission is to eliminate the disability caused by alcohol consumption during pregnancy and to improve the quality of life for those living with fetal alcohol spectrum disorders throughout Minnesota. Not only do I work for MoFast, but I'm also a parent of a child with fetal alcohol syndrome. My husband Rob and I live in Foley along with our two children, Crystal and Jared. Crystal joined our family when she was 2 months shy of turning 4, and Jared joined us when he was 22 months. Crystal is now 16 and Jared will be 13 in a few weeks. At the time of Crystal's adoption, we were told she was at risk for having an FASD, but she did not get the actual diagnosis of fetal alcohol syndrome until she was 6. Having a diagnosis of FAS, my daughter has many challenges in her life. She is mildly mentally handicapped, has some physical disabilities, and we work daily, if not hourly, on behavioral issues. Crystal also struggles with many learning disabilities. A key part of her learning disability is due to short-term memory loss, which has greatly impacted what she can learn and retain for any period of time. It's taken my husband and I years to understand her disability, and in fact, we're still learning. We found it at home. Learning consists of showing her the action repeatedly, visual cues. Unfortunately, she's not able to read at a 16-year-old level. She reads more at a first grade level, so we use a lot of picture cues for her. Picture charts and verbal instructions that are simple, one-step directives with lots and lots of repetition. Teaching her at school is no different. Crystal and other students with special needs often require additional and repeated training to learn independent life skills. Crystal's disability doesn't mean she can't learn. It just means it's going to take a great deal of patience and a much longer time period. That's the whole reason why she and other kids with disabilities are getting services. One of the changes proposed to the Minnesota Special Education laws is to change the transition age from age 14 to meet the federal standard of age 16. Because of her disability, we feel that it's been imperative that she learn independent living skills as early as possible. If Crystal had not received early transitional training like she has, she would be even further behind her peers with less chance of being successful when she graduates. Transition years are critical to students with special needs to prepare them for life after school. Once a child with a disability graduates, there's no other agency out there that will teach them the skills that they should have learned in school. We want our daughter to be as successful as she can, and by receiving transitional training at 14, teaching her everyday life skills and giving her tools and resources as early as possible, she has a much greater chance to meet her goals of living as independently as she can. I urge you and the other legislators to keep the transitional age at 14 and not to go back to 16 so that all kids with disabilities have a better chance to succeed. Thank you.
Thank you.